Now, a mantra that I've been trying to push forward, certainly during 2024, was this idea that if we master the technicals, we can free ourselves as creatives. Today, I'll give you some examples of exactly how it works. Hello there, I'm Dave. This is Let's Click Photography, and in today's video we're going to look at some technicals that I covered on the channel last year, and we're going to utilize those technicals to think differently, think with nuance, to develop your own artistic visions and use the techniques creatively. The first one is colour in shadows. Now, we covered this in a post-processing format, and we covered it in out in the landscape.
We've got this real split tone in our scene. We've got the golden light that's hitting one half of the scene, beautiful yellow, orange, those fantastic colours that come through. But in the other half of the frame, I've got shadow, and therefore I've got this blue cooler light, because what's coming in is the reflection from the sky above.
Understanding why we have different colours, different casts in our shadows is really important. It translates across every genre of photography. We can learn so much from that little bit of knowledge about how light works and how light interacts with our subject matter. It can help us to dial in the right white balance, which is another topic that we covered in videos last year. Our cameras and programs such as Lightroom work with an inverted Kelvin scale. That means that at 2000, the color temperature programmed into our cameras is very, very blue. As we move past 6000, we now start to introduce oranges to counterbalance the blue tones that we see in the natural world at those temperatures around us. It's always funny when I put these videos out to see that some of the comments that come back are things like, well, we don't need to do this because we can use auto white balance in post-production. But by learning how to do these things, learning how to master the technicals, learning how to visualize the temperature of light, the color temperature within our photography, learning how to dial in the right white balance and the right temperature and the right tints in camera can start to open up new creative techniques like inverse color theory. So we can take understanding shadows and the color of shadows, understanding inverse color theory, and we can match them with how we know that our camera interprets light. And we covered this in another video last year when I spoke about how we could use colored lights to deliver the color white, which is, for all intents and purposes, the absence of color, or more to the point, it is every color. I've got a camera set up and a couple of whiteboards. I've also got some flashes ready to go as well. I'm going to attach some coloured gels. If I flash each of these, you're going to see that what we end up with is the colour that is attached to each flash. Now, what may surprise you is what happens when I turn on all three flashes at the same time. This is one of the secrets of light. It's the secrets of how our cameras work, and understanding this means that we can now transfer that knowledge, because we know that red, green and blue in equal amounts will always give us white. So now we've got three different ideas, three different technicals that we have hopefully learned about. And if we now start to merge and embrace, step back and go, right, well, all these things are actually interconnected. All of these things working together, I can now start to use away from how I learned about it and deliver something creative. In this bit of B-roll footage, I'm going to drop a lens in front of the whiteboard, and you can see that the colour of the shadow is green. Now we can take it a step further, because we know how to utilise inverse colour theory. We know how to dial in correct white balances to achieve our final look in camera. We understand how shadows work and how light fills in those areas of shadows. And we also know how to create white light by using colours. And by merging all of these things together, we're able to create images that have a little bit of pop and they're a little bit different. Okay, got it. Okay, some breaking news here, guys. It turns out there are not going to be any mid-roll YouTube adverts on this video, and that's going to give me the opportunity to just mention to you that this channel now has a membership option. And I'm just hearing that there is going to be a behind the scenes video for the photo shoot that we just looked at, showing you not just how to do that using multiple lights, but how you can transfer all of this knowledge to produce photos with just one speed light. There's already multiple videos up on there, including an action plan to grow your photography in 2025, multiple pricing tiers, there's a mentorship option, and the prices start from just $4.99. And that's going to allow far more detail, far more technical knowledge, but more to the point, far more creative options for your photography, whether it is outdoors or indoors. Hit the join button down below for more information on the pricing tiers. There are photographers out there using this technique, this knowledge to create fascinating portraits, to create really interesting films with really interesting looks to them. The versatility and use of this technical knowledge goes beyond the way that we learn it, opening up a huge amount of artistic ability, artistic potential. We master the technicals, embracing the complexity of everything that is around photography, looking at it as a step towards artistic freedom to create. Don't turn new ideas and new concepts and new techniques away because there might seem to be an easier way. White balance is the great example here. I'm not going to learn about this stuff because I can do it in post, but actually learning how to do it in our cameras is going to give us the ability to see the world differently. And that is an artistic and creative outlook given to us by mastering a technical that we might not think we need over here, but over here it's going to allow us to create something a little bit special. I've been Dave, this has been Let's Click Photography, and I'll see you guys on the next one pretty damn soon.